I just found 3 DPS heroes disguised as tanks, so you can know which DPS heroes can actually fill in the tank role when you have a solo tank. You probably did not know Mr. Fantastic is secretly a tank. Now the next 2 you wouldn't believe are secretly tanks disguised as duelists. Obviously, the stretchy rubber Luffy boy starts out with 375 HP, plus he can buff up another 500 HP if he uses his abilities correctly. If we do the math right here, this adds up to 875 HP. That's more health than every single Vanguard's health, including Groot, who has the highest health at 850 HP. On top of all of that, Mr. Fantastic has a shield ability that makes him invincible and blocks up to 300 damage. It's a not so known secret, Mr. Fantastic is an off tank. Now the next 2 you wouldn't believe are secretly tanks disguised as duelists. Did you know Magic is actually a tank disguised as a duelist? You could argue that Magic is a tank because she gains shields just like Angela on every single one of her sword swings. But I have to disagree that Magic is not a tank disguised as a duelist because her health is way too damn squishy, bro. If you ever played Overwatch before, you could understand Genji, who is a cyborg ninja who wants to get in and out. Magic definitely wants to get in and out, besides in her ultimate where she can stay in the middle of the fight and just brawl it out. Because if we're saying Magic is a tank, then we have to look at every other DPS hero that gains shield on every ability. This being server admin Bucky. Would you consider server admin Bucky to be a tank? I have to disagree with the creator because Magic is not a tank disguised as a duelist. That's just wrong, just terrible. Last but not certainly least, the DPS, the Vanguard disguised as a duelist, you gotta look at Wolverine. Wolverine's health pool is 650 HP if you combine his healing factor life with his base life. Now with the cooldown for this being 100, with the cooldown being only 90 seconds, this long cooldown break is what makes Wolverine a DPS instead of a tank. You're watching the number 2 Wolverine in the world RT fiction. I have to disagree that Wolverine is a tank disguised as a duelist. Literally, if his healing factor was not 90 seconds, if that healing factor was decreased to like 15 seconds or 10 seconds, even 20 seconds, then that would make Wolverine a better contender to be a tank. I just feel like right now he's perfect as a DPS because his healing factor takes a long time to kick in and you really have to wait 2 or 3 fights for your healing factor to come back before you can actually get in there and play aggressively. You just found out one of the 3 duelists You just found out one of the 3 duelists disguised as tanks is actually true, this being Mr. Fantastic. What makes Mr. Fantastic the true duelist disguised as a Vanguard is his 375 health plus the buff where he adds another 500 health if he uses his abilities correctly, making this a total of 875 HP, and the invincible shield that literally makes him invulnerable. If Magic or Wolverine had these types of abilities where they actually gain 200, 300 health like Mr. Fantastic, then that would make them a contender to be a duelist disguised as a Vanguard. For now, Mr. Fantastic is the only one. If you want to know why you're never making it to Celestial, join the Discord community now.